in the last 25 years, has been on the board of directors of Bethlehem Food Co-op, a team member and board member for United Way Lehigh Valley, Lehigh Valley Reads 2017 to present as a board director of visiting nurses, the VNA, St. Luke's Hospital, the board chairman for St. Luke's Hospital Visiting Nurses and Hospice, St. Luke's University Hospital, president of National Speakers Association. She's pro-business. She, in fact, for the last 20 years, owns a small business that helps small businesses, okay? She didn't become pro-business because, or pro-economic development because someone gave her a campaign donation. She was the president of National Speakers Association in Philadelphia for the Chamber of Commerce, board president, Pennsylvania PTA, school board director from 2003 to 2007, board of directors, Project Reach Lehigh Valley, Lehigh University, national grant designed to research special education students and their parents in public schools, national PTA board directors, national PTA membership chairman, president of Pennsylvania Congress of Parents and Teachers, National Council of States, National PTA, co-founder of Moore Township Families in Need, and dispersing over $100,000 to families in need in Northampton County. I could go on and on and on, but I'm not going to bore anybody, and I really don't want to, make it seem like I'm piling on. But for you to call her up, or for I'm going to talk to you, for a member of council to call up and bully someone, and that was her terms, not mine, that she felt she was being strong-armed. I thought it was highly unethical, and that's why I asked her to call the solicitor and also to call the mayor, and she did, okay? I stayed out of it. I didn't want to get involved. I obviously support her. I never had one discussion, and I wish the mayor was here, I never even knew he was going to appoint her as a permanent member. I never had a discussion with the guy. But when I saw it, I thought, that's a great choice. This woman has been a woman of nothing but ethics. And she said to me, Brian, I couldn't, I go, what'd you tell her? I told her, I can't give her that promise. I'm going to take each case by case. I'm not going to recuse myself if the project's not good for Bethlehem, but I'm not going to recuse myself if it's a good project for Bethlehem. I said, great answer. That wasn't enough for Councilwoman Van Wert. And I'm not just mentioning her name. So, I have taken money in my campaigns from unions. A large majority of my money is from unions. I will take money from unions as long as they want to give it to me. I told them, you don't have to give me money. I'm going to be pro-union until the day I die, until I'm 6 feet under. That's where I'm at. When the unions were the strongest in the United States in the 60s, that's when our middle class was the strongest. There's no debate about it. And I hope some of our intellectuals over there will go and do some research. And when the middle class was at its strongest is when union membership was at its strongest, right? So I'm pro-union. It would make sense for the unions to probably help me get elected. I mean, I'm assuming that's why they're giving me campaign contributions, okay? I'm telling you, I'm pro-union. I was voted in twice in office, and I've been telling everybody that since. If the residents of Bethlehem don't like my voting, and they think I'm too pro-union, they can vote me out, and I would happily go on in my driving business full-time. But to tell me or anybody else that you are unethical because of your beliefs, and because of your beliefs, people who like those beliefs are participating in the process, right? I mean, Councilman Reynolds, he has said that, from what I hear, he was against her nomination because of the $3,000 that she took from economic development interest. There's a guy that took over $60,000. $60,000, she took 3. He took over $60,000 in economic development interest and union money. Are we now Ms. Ritter took $3,000 from economic development interest. She took the rest of the money, $6,000 approximately, from unions. Are we allowed now, do we have to recuse ourselves from votes of economic development projects that have union membership in it? You know, and that's a question I'd like to have an answer. You can sit there, you know, and not answer, but if you want to have a fair and open debate in front of everybody, let's have it. Let's not make phone calls backstage and count the votes. Oh, I don't want to run. You know, let's have the debate here. This is what you want. Everybody wants open discussion. Let's have it. But because $6,000 of her money came from unions, Mr. Reynolds, I have no idea. I think it's probably in the $40,000, $50,000 he's taken from unions. Is he to recuse himself now for every economic development project that comes before us that has union membership in it? That's a question I think it's a fair question. You know, you can say you're union, pro-union, but you can't have unions unless you have economic development. It doesn't work anyway, and you can sigh all you want. I'm sorry I'm bothering you with this. I really am. You know, but I'm not done.
I understand.
Right? I'm not repeating anything. I'm passionate
Sure.
about this topic. I'm passionate about unions. I'm passionate about middle class incomes. I grew up on Cavan Avenue. There was no money over there. You're lucky if you had money for sneaks. You know, when we had the discussion about 2 West Broad, nobody questioned Ms. Van Wert's ability to vote on that. She's the neighbor. She's right there in the neighborhood. You want to be ethical? Recuse yourself from it. Recuse yourself, but you didn't. And nobody questioned you. Her. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to be patient with you.
I am.
I'm making it very difficult.
I am not. I said her. I corrected myself. So the 2 West Market comes on, and I'm hearing now she was against offices being in the historic district. Then I find out that she moved into it 4 years ago, right next to an office, Rocco and DeVito law offices. I just found that extremely strange. Then Martin Tower issue, right? And this is where I'm getting into this. It's almost like the polar opposite of Donald Trump, this fear mongering. Then when the Martin Tower deal comes down, all we heard about for 2 months and several council meetings was the asbestos, 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 asbestos. If she would have asked the question to the health departments in the county, the city, and the state, and they would have told her, hey, there is an asbestos problem, I'd have been with her. But she never asked the question. Then when the state comes in and says, there's no asbestos there. Every floor has been tested floor by floor. Then when the whole thing was done, the whole site got reviewed again. Not one drop of asbestos. And after it blew up, not one indication in any of the sensors of asbestos. She stopped talking about the asbestos. Then she starts talking about cement particulate. Never heard about it in my life. Cement particulate, cement particulate, cement particulate. 5 meetings. Then I try to explain to her, hey, there's Casilio Construction cement company right on the banks of the Monocacy. And there's 3 cement companies up in Nazareth that have cement particulate that comes down to the Monocacy before it even gets to us. So there was more fear mongering. Now we're into this, you know, this campaign contribution in which I'm you know, from what I'm hearing, she wants to come forward with a campaign contribution amendment or ordinance to ban people from raising a certain amount of money. Very interesting, right? From a person who didn't take any money from anybody but self-funded her own campaign for $9,000. $9,000 of room. I wish I had $9,000. I don't. Neither does he, neither does he, neither does he. All right? $9,000 of it. I wish I could self-fund myself. I don't have that kind of money. I'm a middle-class guy. I teach. I have a driving school. I work 7 days a week doing driving lessons. All right? I can see one of our guys is a little tired here. Anyways,
Mr. Callan.
time out. I'm not. I got a little bit more here. Okay. He wants to have a debate, but he doesn't want to listen to anything. So he leaves. But that's okay.
I think he's leaving because he's irritated.
Right. I'm irritated.